beautiful souls. I'm going to let you guys come on in to the chat. It is Saturday, July 26th, 2025, 8:20 Eastern Standard Time that we are jumping on this mic. So if you guys are catching us on the replay, welcome. If you guys are joining us live, welcome. I'm going to let you guys, like I said, kind of come into the chat because it is early and I'm always doing impromptu lives. So it takes a minute for y'all to get notified and for y'all to jump on. I do just need to grab something real quick so we can get our incense going. Hello, welcome in, everybody. Hello, Brandy, welcome in. Hello, Love I 82. Good morning. Welcome in. Hello, Al 360. Forever Flowing. Hello, my love. Kara, hello. Love and appreciate y'all so much. Welcome in. Welcome in. Good morning. How are you? Eliana, how are you? I hope you are doing well. I'm so glad you were able to catch a live, my love. We are just getting started. Just letting some of y'all pop on into the chat. As y'all can tell by the title, we have got some pre-downloaded messages. Now, if this is where the reading is going to go, we will see. But that's kind of where the messages are going. That's kind of where the energy was flowing this morning. I do have a couple of announcements that I am going to say. There will be timestamps, especially for those that are going to be joining us on the replay. There will be timestamps in the description box. So if you want to skip past the hellos, the hays, if you want to skip past the announcements, or if the announcement does no longer apply, then go ahead and use the description box below for the timestamps. But we are going to go over just a couple of things here. One thing, really. I am going to open up a very limited amount of spots for today and for tomorrow for personal readings. So if you guys were not able to get a personal reading last weekend when I had the offer where your reading will be delivered within 12 hours from the booking time. So basically you will get a same day reading for $50. There is no time limit on the reading. You get 2 questions. It can have any generalization. So it could be about love, general energy, spiritual energy, career, finances, a familial situation, whatever. But 2 questions, $50, no time limit on it, and it will be delivered within the same day, within 12 hours of the booking time that you have chosen on the calendar. There was a massive turnout last weekend, and I just want to say thank you to everybody that participated, everybody that was able to get a personal reading. But again, it was a limited amount of spaces that I had. So I'm going to be doing the same thing. There's going to be a lot less spaces this time than there was previously because there was quite a bit, but I am going to open myself back up. Those spaces will open up after I get done on the live. I will put all the information on the community tab. I will put the information in the description box when we get done. The spaces will open up, like I said, when I get off of this live. So around 10 a.m. And I will offer the time slots will be for like later in the afternoon in the day. So that way we have more stretch for our time here since it's already 8:30 basically. So with that being said, if you guys wanted a personal reading, if you guys wanted another personal reading, because there were a lot of people that wanted another personal reading or an extended reading on what they had gotten, then you have an opportunity to do that. I will here very shortly get back open um, for personal readings on a more consistent basis, but this is what I will be doing for right now for those that have been asking and are looking limited spaces, and it's not going to be all the time. So let's get started, you guys. I hope that you are doing well. I hope you guys are having a really good start to your weekend. Where is Spirit keeps pulling me to this damn romance angels deck, I tell you. Keeps pulling me to it. Keeps pulling me to it. Corona, hello. Miss Cooks, hello, my love. Miss Bella and Deacon, good morning, good morning. And it's like, how can I say? You've never left my mind. It's about the grind. It's about, and it's the grind through healing. It's the grind to take one thing and turn it into something different, right? We are mortar and pestling. Okay. The grind. Trying to handle a specific situation, trying to handle energy before coming in. Some of you know who this person is. Some of you don't know this person. Some of them are saying it's, especially if this person is someone new in your life. Again, it's a confession. And it's not just a confession of their love, it's a confession of something that they need to tell you. I need to tell you something. I have something that I need to say. Show us what we need to see here, please, Spirit. See, there's an energetic shift here. First things first. There's an energetic shift here. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. This happens when the energy takes a turn, right? It's about the next level, it's about the next step, it's about what is to come. And a big part of that is taking the initiative, having the courage to apologize, to actually come forward, to be honest. Wanting to elevate past something that they are still not even sure is still there or available. That's not going to resonate for everybody. And meaning not knowing if you're still going to be available for love, available emotionally. And for some of you, especially if you are already in an active, nurtured connection or relationship, this is going to be more about taking the initiative, taking the steps to do what you feel you've been called to do, right? And having the courage to do so. Expecting something new here, something elevated, a change, right? The engagement energy is about a change in the situation. We have the energy of passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And it's like the way in which this person comes forward, the way in which this conversation kind of goes about. There's emotion, there's feeling, there's truity, right? So truly feeling, touch your senses, right? Hello, Nico. It's about allowing that energy to flow through. And a lot of people may be experiencing very passionate, very tingly type of feelings. There's growth here, right? This may also be happening in the physical sense, but especially if you guys are at this distance energy, there will be telepathic feelings. Bottom of the deck is give your relationship a chance, separation, past life relationship. Distance. Are you ready? Is my question. That's my question. Things happen in waves, right? And we have to remember the elevation of certain things happens on a self level as well, right? I try to emphasize that as much as I can because sometimes when we get into doing these readings, we tend to speak on behalf of the other person when this is truly, it goes both ways. It goes both ways. So when I talk about the releasing, when I talk about the healing, when I talk about the the upgrades, the changes, the ascensions, it's both ways. It's not just about the other person. It's about us too, right? We can't expect other people to come to us at such a high vibrational level if we really can't even hold that vibration ourselves, right? So it's both ways. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So again, there's going to be this energetic shift, leads to communication. It's going to lead to connection. It leads to passion and pleasure and the depth of the two of you, depth between the two of you. In this engagement energy, I want you to think of it again as like energetic shifts in the connection. And we have religious factors, this bottom of the deck energy, religious factors, soulmate, and true love. So there's a knowing here of the type of connection that this is, of the divine counter partnership that this is, right? And the pull that one has to the other, right? Religious factors, spiritual path, divine counterpart, soulmate energy solidifies that. True love solidifies that. Okay. And the acceptance, true acceptance of it, so much so that action actually happens and is being taken. Right? Or not. Again, remember, excuse me, energy, it happens in waves. It's not all gonna happen at the same time. And previously, we had been speaking of energy of patience, right? The past couple of weeks, we've been speaking of the energy of patience, and this is with okay. So hold on, they're giving me a download. They're wanting me to say this very specifically. They're saying this energetic shift for some of you with this passion, this getting to know each other. This is about like a career, a job, something financial here, something that you are very much enjoying stepping into. There's this energetic shift in your life, right? And for some of you this is coming from a job. There could be travel involved here, right? This could be daily travel, long distance, short distance. This could just be about new location, right? There is this sense of happiness, right? And joy that comes from this energy. There's hope, right? The feeling that you have attained something that makes you feel good, right? But also is rewarding and not just, mentally, emotionally rewarding, but financially rewarding. So that's for somebody. Wow. We were speaking of the energy of patience last couple of weeks. And this patience energy is paying off. Patience pays off. Right? And it's truly allowing the energy to flow to you, right? And how do you do so? So, how do I allow the energy in? How do I allow, you know, it's about being hopeful, right? Because a lot of the times we say we are hopeful for something, or hopeful for this, or hopeful for that. And it goes in the direction of fear, right? Not necessarily hope. What you're portraying is fear. I'm scared. And it's like scared of what? Scared of, yeah, there's this lack of interconnectedness. Is it hope or is it fear? Are we optimistic or are we pessimistic? Are we stuck in the past or are we open to the future? But then again, how do I open up to it? It's being open, truly, physically. You can only be open if we break chains, right? If we work through certain cycles, work through certain habits that we know are affecting us. It's about truly having faith, truly being hopeful, truly letting go and trusting and understanding that not everything is going to happen at the same freaking time. Okay? People be asking for A, B, C, one, two, and three, and want all of it to come into their life at the exact same time and be wondering why shit not working. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. And I'm gonna be real friggin' honest. Like, could you imagine getting everything that you're asking for all at the same time? Half of you can't even damn multitask. Like, so it's like, how would you expect to handle all of these things that you are asking for all at the same freaking time? I want love. I want money. I want this. I want that. I want to be stable. I want to be here. I want to be there. You want all that to happen at the same freaking time? Babe, as soon as you pull your phone out while you're driving, which you should not be doing, you literally lose 10 miles per hour and you start swerving into the median. What are you doing? Babe, relax. Okay. Relax. And it's continuing to show that when energy comes into our life, we can handle it. You know what I mean? We can actually take care of what we are being gifted. Your intuition picks up on these energetic shifts consistently. Maria, you know I'm right, girl. Listen, be pulling that phone out, I lose all sight of what is happening. Like, I'm gonna need us to relax here a little bit. But it's just like, y'all know, you know, we have to make sure that we can handle it. We can take care of it. We are taking care of our blessings, right? Your intuition picks up on these energetic shifts, and every single time it's like, oh my God, like it's all coming at once. No, right? Let's start thinking about, and see, this is why I want to get back into listen, y'all, listen, Linda, listen. I know my black ass has been saying, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Listen, I've been doing other things. Okay. So I'm back at a point where I can put time into the readings and things are finally settling. See, I can only do so much at once, right? So I'm learning to handle one thing at once, right? My next task after I get this energy settled that I'm dealing with, my next task is getting this channel settled back in, doing our full moon readings, doing our weekly readings, getting back to doing the Capricorn versus all signs consistently, opening my calendar back up for personal readings, doing all of the things. But me trying to do all of these things together, it was not working, right? So one thing because I already know y'all like, here she go again. No, I know. I will take accountability. I will own up to it. I know. I'm always talking about this, talking about that. Where are the readings? Where are the readings? Listen, they're coming. They are coming. All right. I've got lots of things written down. I have lots of things. I literally have another table that is still in a freaking box that I'm gonna put together. I have decorations, like I have all these things, like, but it's just one thing at a time. Okay. So let's see. We're gonna look at this energetic shift. We're gonna look at this person's energy. Heartbroken without you. Three of Swords energy. Yeah. There has been a major mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Let's be in for real right now. Two Saturnian cards coming out. Major, 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 major energies. Okay? Let's just be freaking for real right now. Saturn energy is intense, right? Big Daddy Saturn. And Saturn can bring a lot of stability and energy of control, but it's also like real life lessons, right? And it really does feel like there has been lessons. right? A major, major, major one. And I feel like it's coming out of this energy. I'm gonna be honest. We have Libra and we have Leo. End of Leo season, right? And we're like into the thick of it, right? Into the thick of it. Someone's in the thick of it. Whoever's energy I'm picking up on, excuse me, they're in the thick of this. And they're what did I say engagement means? Energetic shift. There's a major energetic shift coming. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Justice, Three of Wands, and the Moon. We are seeing karma. With that, it brings understanding, right? And the understanding to do what? And I want you to understand this Three of Swords, Five of Wands energy. We need to think of this as anything, not just love and romance and somebody's baby mama, baby daddy. Let me move this over so you can freaking see it. This is just, it's loss, it's sadness, it's struggle, it's strife, it's difficulty. And it doesn't just have to be about love, right? It can be, it's matters of the heart, it's emotion, right? And a lot of things affect us emotionally, not just our relationships, right? People cry, people have emotional struggles with family issues, with their children, with their finances, with their career, with their housing situation, with their mental health. These are all of the things, right? So this person, it doesn't, and that's, I'm saying these things because it doesn't just have to be about somebody coochie, somebody dangalang, right? It ain't just about that. People people deal with struggle and strife in other aspects, and the third party energy can be any of those aspects. And when I mean in the thick of it, I mean like not the thick of struggle. I mean like the thick of change, right? And feeling that energy is heavy. Feeling that energy can be very difficult, especially if you don't know how to handle it, especially if you don't know. You don't know what you don't know, but there is peace that is coming into this person's life for sure. And that peace does what? It allows for opening, it allows for communication. Show us more here, please, Spirit. Mm-hmm. There's somebody planning to come towards you, right? And whether this plan is to by plane, train, automobile, there's a plan, right? There's a plan to come towards you. This and I feel like this is a lot of what you may feel, especially if this is resonating more for a love situation versus a general situation for you. It's the energetic feel of I feel somebody wanting to come towards me. There's a plan to do that. And to communicate truth, to be open, to be honest, right? Balls out, right? Legs wide open. I ain't got nothing to hide. Open, honest truth. Four of Pentacles. I've been holding it down, 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 down. What are they going to say? Okay. Okay. This person has been talking to their spirit guides about you, their ancestors. They've been doing a lot of praying at night. This person has also been, let me just say this. This is somebody that is possibly an extrovert. This is somebody who likes to have fun. They like to go out. This person wants to spend time with you. I feel like this person may have even been speaking to others. This feels very psychic. It feels very spiritual, especially with this Cancerian energy and Piscean energy. I know you guys can't see the cards. I'm going to show you in a second, but it feels very spiritual, right? And it feels like this is something that this person is doing on their own in a very independent way. They're communicating with their guides. They're communicating with spirit, and it's an energy of being led, right? Led towards you. It's about wow, yeah. Mhm. The Three of Cups, the Moon, and the Nine of Pentacles. The Three of Cups and the Moon, Cancerian energy, Piscean energy. It's very watery, it's very psychic, very intuitive. There's this free flow energy and this independence with the Nine of Pentacles, right? This sense of self-worth, self-love, and really the growth of the individual. This person, they're saying they're highly intuitive. Highly intuitive. Highly intuitive. And maybe you know that this person is, but I feel like it may be even more than you think. And it may be more than even they can really even comprehend or understand. Because they get these downloads, they get these energetic messages. But it's like, where is that coming from? There's that Three of Cups again. It's coming from their guides. This is not something that this person speaks about. This is not something that obviously they tell others in their immediate circle about. They may speak to others about you. Oh, they're saying they don't speak to others about you. They exclusively speak to their guides. And it's because someone in the past that they knew had given them bad advice about not about you, but about something else, about another connection, about another situation. And because they see this energy as divine union, spiritual connection, they only speak to their guides about this. I do not speak to. It's because somebody in the past gave them bad advice. I don't know who this was, but they gave them bad advice again, not around you, but around another connection, right? And it could have possibly led them to not a good place. And this person feels very spiritually connected to you in a way that Yeah. What I say? Yeah. There's more going on. This person's definitely doing a lot of healing. There's definitely this true intuitive spiritual connection, divine counterpart energy that's going on. We are in, I would say, what is this, July 26th? So 1.5 to 2 weeks, there's going to be even bigger jumps of the timeline. More is going to be revealed. Not everything is available yet. More healing is still being done. And I feel like, again, the biggest part about this is understanding how you also fit into this picture, right? For yourself, for your own energy, for your own growth, for your own wishes, for your own, divine awareness. It's, what am I currently going through? What am I currently working on healing that is a similar energy, maybe, maybe not, where I feel the energetic shift. I'm ready to open up and welcome this new energy into my life, but it's very it's very much about, if you are, right? Listen, if you are ready, okay? If you are ready, it would be here. You feel the energy coming. It's on its way. And this is why I say things happen in waves, because everybody's not going to get, and I've said this plenty of times before, not everybody's going to get this divine blessing at once. Like, it's not going to be 500 bajillion people, every single person. No, it happens in waves, in pockets. We can all be on the same timeline, but things happening in pockets, right? It's about the acceptance of that. So, your intuition is not wrong. You're not crazy. You're not feeling something that isn't happening. It's there, it's happening. Patience continues to be at the forefront of what we need, and understanding that the energy will be even stronger than what it is now when it is closer. Okay. So you will have different signs that come when the energy is closer, when the energy is ripe and ready and available to you at that time. And again, remember, things are happening in pockets, and also remember, it goes both ways. So we can't expect someone or something or an energy to come into our life, this pretty and ready energy, and we have yet to go through the healing, go through the divine acceptance of the last lesson, and we're just ready for something new. Like, it things will take time, right? And we have to accept that. We have to be optimistic and not pessimistic, right? And when I talk about people coming back to you, I'm not talking about your dusty ass fucking ex. I'm never talking. And see, that's the thing. People wonder why. Where is my person? They're not gonna come because you're always commenting on YouTube about your dusty ex that you don't want. Okay, we're not talking about them. I would never be channeling somebody coming back to your past that is no good. You only think that because you're still attached to shit that you have yet to learn. When I talk about past energy, if you have encountered somebody that could have had the potential to be in a connection, but it didn't go anywhere, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the nigga that was beating on you. Like be for real. I'm not talking about the person that was taking advantage of you. I'm not talking about that girl that keyed your car. I'm not talking about that. Why would I be talking about that? Do y'all ever see cars on here that say STD, baby mama, baby dad? I'm not talking about that. So when people comment, all I can think is you're confused as to why nothing new is coming to your life. You're literally on the internet still worried about your ex on readings that are talking about new love. I could talk about new love and also be talking to people who have had somebody who's come into their life where something did not fully blossom all the way, but it is starting to grow again. I could be talking to somebody who is already in a freaking connection. I could be talking to somebody who quite literally met somebody new. Meanwhile, the people over here wondering why, where is my person, are commenting about your ex. You have to be optimistic about love, not pessimistic, and not worried about what the past is doing. Or when somebody says past person, you automatically get triggered because then that means healing still needs to be done. So when I talk about it, it goes both ways. Healing ourselves, because sometimes we can get triggered when people talk about certain things, when people express certain things, we can get triggered. And if it is affecting you so much, it should be reevaluated in the healing process, in your journaling, in your meditation. Okay. It is very, very important to stay focused on what you actually want to come into your life, right? And if you are consistent with that, it will come. Patience is a virtue. Yeah, look, bottom of the deck, soulmate breakup change with fated meeting and relationship and reconciliation. So here we see there is a twin flame soulmate connection that comes into our life, but there is a walking away and ending, a release of something. Doesn't have to be a relationship, but there is an ending. And then there's a change. And then there is the faded energy, right? So it's a process. It's a process. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. You may go to Dunkin' Donuts every day. You may go to Starbucks every day, but you're in that drive through. Your man is not going to show up in the drive through, right? You would have to go inside. You would have to get out of your car, meaning you would have to hopefully look semi decent when you left the house, right? People be wondering why I can't find a man. You literally do order pickup. Like, you sit in your car and wait for your groceries to get delivered. How are you ever going to meet anybody at the store when you sit in your car and somebody brings your groceries out? I talk to people all the time in the stores, all the time, all the time. And I politely say no. Sometimes I say yes. In the Publix, in the Targets, in the Walmarts, in the mall, at the Kava, all the time. But like it's because I go out of my car. Like can't meet somebody when the door dasher and the Uber driver is dropping off shit at your house. You gotta leave. Okay. You gotta go inside. Okay. People at the gym are nice. I promise you. But you have to go. Like you actually have to go to the gym to meet people there. You know? They're nice. I promise you. The men there are very, very nice. They're very nice. They're gentlemen. The women there, also very sweet, very kind women I meet there all the time. Go to a nice gym. Go to a gym that doesn't cost $10 a month. I promise you, you'll meet better people. You may have to spend $70, $50, $60, sometimes a little bit more. But guess what? The caliber of people you meet is better. Promise you. But you quite literally cannot meet people if you're doing Uber Eats, uh, grocery delivery, grocery pickup. You never get out your car, drive through. You're literally, you may leave the house, but you're never gonna meet anybody. Meet people. You gotta go to the park. The park is a nice place too. The track. There's a lot of in shape people there. They're very nice. They're kind. Promise you. You like to read books? Go to the library. Go to a nice library, like in the city. There's a lot of educated people there. A lot of educated men, women, friends, people that you would share interests with. Maybe you should get off your Kindle. I know it's convenient, but sometimes like people be wondering why you can't meet. You have to leave the house. Yeah, a Kindle is convenient, but guess what? Going to a nice library in a city in the middle of the day, you may meet your next best friend. You may meet somebody that you would enjoy getting coffee with, right? Doing a book club with. You're not gonna meet anybody on your fucking Kindle. Okay? Like, I'm just being honest. You like looking at art, you like learning about, murder mysteries and stuff like that. I'm gonna be going to a crime con. Go out. Go to a crime con. You like watching this shit on the YouTube, go out and meet these people. Go talk. You'll meet people that you actually like. I promise you. Instead of me doing to go food now, you know what I do? I just go to the restaurant and sit at the bar if there's a bar there. If not, I'll just get a table by myself. People are actually very kind, like just customers and the people, patrons that are just sitting, they'll talk to you, they'll say hi. Like people want more connection, but people consistently do things that disconnect us. And I know this is going off on like a different tangent, but like we wonder why. Like you want people to be kinder to you, but all people want is people to not talk to them. We consistently do things that distance us. Everything is to go, everything is a drive through, everything is a drop off, everything is a delivery. Nobody sits down. Nobody takes the time. And if I'm sitting down, do you know how empty restaurants and stuff be in the middle of the week? When I was younger and I had worked at the mall, I used to take time on my lunch break because they would let me like combine like my lunch and my break together. So I would take 45 minutes and I would walk to the Ruby Tuesdays and I would sit there and I would eat lunch. I would order, I would talk to the waitress, the waiters, and it was nice. And it was like more of us should, like, we're always in a rush and we're always doing things that disconnect us. Like, and to think, even 45 minutes, I would always get there, eat, finish my meal, and not feel rushed and still have 10 minutes left. Like, if we want things in our life, we have to do things differently. That's all I'm saying. Something to think about. Something to think about. You know, people want change, people want to see different, people, but don't nobody want to change themselves. They want everybody else to change, but they themselves want to stay the exact same way. If you feel the shift, do it. Don't suppress it. Do it. And it's like you don't have to go out and be leaving with everybody's number to be friends and to be hanging out and doing shit the next freaking day. Like sometimes it's just nice to talk to strangers and to learn about people and to interact with other people outside of your same five bum ass friends. I'm gonna be honest. Like, do you know how nice it is to communicate with other people all of the time? With different person, like that's how you learn to also Be a better person because you learn about yourself. Can't learn about yourself if you're around the same bum ass people all the time. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I, I'm just saying. Can only learn so much about yourself when you're around the same people doing the same things, interacting and encountering the same things. And then people step back and wonder why this person can't change because they're not changing the people they're around or interacting with anybody else. That's why. Go sit at your local coffee shop. And when I mean local coffee shop, I don't mean Starbucks. I mean like your local coffee shop. Get yourself a latte. Take your Kindle there. Spend 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 30 minutes, right? Spend 30 minutes. Bagel shops open at about 5 o'clock in the morning. One morning, get up, watch the sunrise and eat a bagel, drink a coffee. Talk to your local baker that's in there with the same three patrons. It's nice. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, right? Like, I don't know. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Y'all are my people. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Like I said, if you guys are going to want a personal reading, I will open a couple of spots back up. I will put all that information down in the description box. I will put it on the community tab. The spots will open up here at around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will be for today and it will be for tomorrow. Like I said, the spots will be from 10 until whenever I close them. So that way it gives us more time. We'll probably like 11 or 12 until whenever I close them, but it just gives us more time. But like I said, if you want to, you can. If not, I love and appreciate you still anyway. It is okay. I just do this for my people when they ask. So here y'all go. I hope you guys have a fabulous, fabulous start to your weekend. Some of you probably have already started your weekend, and I'm so happy for you. I love when people do stuff. I love when people, you know, don't do stuff. Like if all you're doing is relaxing, good for you. Because, babe, I don't know how to relax. If you're doing stuff this weekend, good for you. I'm so happy. I want you to enjoy yourself. I want you to have fun. I want you to find your inner child and make them smile. All right, I want you to do so, right? Whether you're hanging out with your kids, whether you're hanging out with your family or your friends, or hanging out by yourself, cleaning your house, doing yard work, being lazy, going to the beach, whatever you're doing, enjoy yourself. Be with yourself, be with your people, right? And do not regret any decisions that you make. Enjoy, enjoy them, okay? I love you guys. I love that, Maria. I love it. I love it. I hope you all have a fabulous, fabulous start to your weekend. Like I said, look forward for those posts if you guys would like to. If not, I love you guys and I will see you all in the next reading.